deep dive on investing, saving, and tithing. So investing, Robert says that Kim purchased her first investment property in 1989. And at that time, you can buy with as low as 5,000 down payment. And that property gave her $50 of positive cash flow. Now today, because Kim paid herself first by putting money into the saving, tithing, investing, by making saving, tithing, investing as an expense, so she was able to create a budget surplus. Now Kim has multi-million-dollar portfolio of properties. The lesson I learned from this is Kim made investing an expense. And if she did not, the lesson here, let me restate it, is Kim, if she did not made investing an expense and she didn't pay herself first, right? She totally did what a lot of people do, which we don't pay ourselves first. We don't put money into the saving, tithing, investing. Kim would still be paying everyone else. So that means is that we have to put money into the saving, tithing, investing. We pay ourselves first so that we would be able to have money to do investments. Now, on the savings part, the book says Robert and Kim saved money until they had a year's expense in cash. Now, for example, their expense is, let's say, $10,000 per month. So Robert and Kim saved 12 months of that expense. So 10,000 times 12 months, they had 120,000 in cash reserves, in savings. And Robert and Kim did not put that into a savings account. What they did was they invested that money into gold, into silver, and exchange traded funds. Now, if they need cash, this gold, silver are liquid assets, and they were held by the stockbroker in gold certificate and silver certificate. Now, Kim doesn't like to hold the US dollar money because why? The money continues to drop in value versus holding her savings in gold or silver, the real gold and silver, and they give you certificates for it. It prevents them from spending their saving money. So number one, it appreciates in value. Number two, it prevents Kim from using that money into frivolous things. So I look at that, that's hitting two birds with one stone. And Robert does not like to cash in the gold and the silver for money. And why is that? Because the gold and the silver are assets, and which increases in value versus the money, the dollar, the paper dollar that we have, they go down in value. Now, with regards to tithing or giving, it is important to give. The book says the reason why Robert and Kim give or tithe, it is a way of paying their partner, their best partner, and that is God. Robert and Kim keeps 90% and they tithe or they give 10%. And Robert asks, do you know what happens when we stop paying our partner, our best partner? Then our best partner stops working with us. It stops working with Robert. And that is why they tithe, they give. Now, when budget surplus, the first thing that Robert and Kim found out when they did the budget surplus, making it an expense, they found out that they were not earning enough money. So what happened is that because of this realization, they were happy that they learned it early in life and not late in life. Because why? They were able to course correct. They were able to do things to improve on their finance. And the book says, if we do not know how to solve problem, we will always have that problem in life. So because they learned early on when they did the budget surplus and expense that they were not making enough money, they had to find ways to solve that problem. And that is why they decided to pay themselves first early in life, even though they came up short with money. Why? Because it forced them to think, how can we solve this money shortage, this money problem, when we do not have enough? Now, who screams the loudest when you do not pay a company, an organization? The first is the bank, your creditors, people who you owed money to. And what Robert and Kim did was they used this pressure from the creditors, from the banks. They used this pressure in their expense column, the creditors in our expense column, in their expense column. They use this pressure to motivate them to make more money and increase their income. So it made them think, how can we increase income? How can we make money? Because now we have creditors calling us every single day. Budget tip number 2. Expense column is the crystal ball. Crystal ball is looking into our future, looking into somebody's future. If we want to predict the future of a person, we have to look at the discretionary monthly expense. Now, let's take a look at person A versus person B. This is the expense of person A. Donation to church, savings, book on investing, going to the gym to take care of one's health, donation to charity, personal coach or mentor. Let's compare it with person B. New toys such as cars, clothes, new TV, fancy luxuries. Now, we can tell a person's future by looking at what they spend their time and their money. So time and money are very important assets, and we have to spend time and money wisely. We can tell how important the budget surplus is to one person by looking at the expense column. Now, to go deep dive on this is the income statement. Now, income statement contains of income earned from our W-2 job. So this is the middle class. This is the average person's expense column. The income statement, we have the income from our earned income, the W-2, working as an employee, and we have our expense. And the expense includes income tax, social security tax, 401k, home mortgage, credit card bills, clothing, food, gas, electricity. Now, when we take a look at the balance sheets, we have the assets and the liability. So this expense column here, they all belong to the liability portion. They belong to the liability, which are the home mortgage, car, credit card, 401k. Now, how does the income statement and the balance sheet look like if we pay ourselves first? And that is our goal, is to pay ourselves first. So the income statement. So in the income statement, we have income and we have expense. Now, this is income now of having a business, a side hustle. Now, your expense, you're saving, tithing, investing because you're paying yourselves first. They are now in the expense column, saving, tithing, investing. aside from paying the taxes, the mortgage, and the living expense. Now we'll take a look at the balance sheet of the goal of paying ourselves first. Now in the balance sheets, we have the assets and we have the liabilities. Now for paying ourselves first, the savings, the tithing, and the investing, they now belong to the assets. They now belong into the asset columns. And these are business investments, liquid reserves. So this would be your saving, which you use for your either liquid reserves, investing, which you use for your business investment, and tithing. Remember, God is our best partner. So we have to tithe. Now our asset column, this asset column is our own column. This is our own column. And if we do not pay ourselves first, let me ask you, who else will pay you? So those are the lessons I learned from today's topic. Hopefully you learned something. Let me know in the comment section below what your takeaway is. So stay tuned for more Alka and Ria show.
Ria, wow. Beautiful, beautifully shared. Yes, paying yourself first is the key. You know, and I began to realize this as well, that, you know, you have to pay yourself first, because I was always on the opinion that, you know, I need to pay other people, because if I don't have enough money, how would I pay other people? So yeah, it's just a huge mind shift that you know needs to take place, that you have to pay yourself first, and the money left over, then we can pay other people. So that was my takeaway. Pay yourself first, and then the money extra that you have, you can pay then other people.
That is correct. Now we're always going to be coming up short, just like what Robert and Kim experienced in the beginning. They came up short. So now, like Robert and Kim said in the book, if we have the problem, if we do not know how to solve that problem, that specific problem, we will always have that problem. It will not escape us. It will always follow us. So what I learned is we've got to face that problem. So if we have a shortage of money, then we got to face that problem. We have to look for ways to pay those creditors. We have to make more income. We have to increase our income. So that forces myself, and that forced Robert and Kim to say, how can I solve this shortage problem? And that's where they did other things. They were doing double work. I mean, they invested in a lot of things. They were starting their business, more income. So the goal, the lesson I learned is, aside from paying ourselves first and giving us that realization that, hey, after I pay myself first, I don't have enough money to pay the creditors. I don't have enough money to pay, the mortgage. So that will force, hopefully that will force you, as like it forced me, to make more income. Because then when we make more income, when we face that problem, we will not have that problem anymore. Because why? We tackle that problem.
Exactly. Well, guys, I hope that you took a ton of notes. Like I took a lot of notes, and because that was just really great information. Ria, thanks for sharing that. So, we as I always keep saying, knowledge is power, but knowledge without the implementation does not mean much, does not mean anything. So after each lesson, I will highly recommend that you take action. You go and do what we teach you, what you hear, go and apply, because it's in the application that we gain the knowledge, and once we receive the knowledge, we are better able then to act on that. So I will highly recommend that you go and take action. What you learned today, what is your one takeaway? I'd love to know, what is your one takeaway that you are going to take action upon? All right. So we are coming, today is Friday, it's the end of the week, but even in the weekend, don't relax. Don't relax. What you learned today, she shared a lot of gold nuggets right here, right now. Even at the weekend, don't relax. Keep on working on yourself, keep on working on your mind, keep on working on your investment, keep on working on your money. And you know what? Then over a period of time, you are going to get so much better. But don't relax. Just keep on, even at the weekend, keep on enjoying the implementation of the knowledge that's been shared. So in this way, you retain the knowledge, and how you will retain the knowledge is by constantly acting on, right? It's not just doing it one time and then just sit back and then just do nothing. No, every day, even the weekend, keep on doing it. So guys, I want to wish you a beautiful day. Have a great rest of the day. Make the rest of the day the best of the day. Enjoy the weekend, but I hope that you are still constantly working on yourself every single day, no matter what. So we've come to the end of another great show. Stay tuned for more.